Good morning, guys. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're rested and energized and ready to rock and roll here today. Uh, you know, this market's been bearish. It's put in days where we are clusters of days where we've kind of balanced and whatnot, and we're currently in one of those. Tried to get away from it yesterday, and then we saw that beautiful short trade into the late afternoon there as we kind of traverse the past 2 days range. And here we are with a pretty tight overnight session from 2620 down to 2604, which is right in between our references here that we've been looking at. These haven't changed since yesterday. So real quick, where have we come from? Take a look at yesterday. We had a really nice confluent area here. A lot of references lining up. Wanted to be a buyer, wanted to be getting long. Took a shot pre-market. Took a shot here, a couple scratches, then got into a kind of an advanced play here. Got a really nice, heavier than usual scale into this area based on what we were seeing, and then stopped on the remainder. Then after the video, we got into the exact same trade yet again after we see some stabilization, order flow, all these kind of things. Again, took scales and whatnot and stopped on the remainder. In fact, my idea was for this to be a swing long in ES. Now, good line in the sand, fails. What happens? This happens. So we start to see us holding below this area, especially this leg here underneath this 2654 key area, and got the short. I mean, all the way across this area. Beautiful, beautiful trade. And then that's really been it. We stabilized into the close once we run into some support from November. And we've been choppy in this area between the low end of this structure here down to this here. So we do have an immediate recent balance coming into the session today, so you want to be careful of 2604, 2620. We do have a poor high yesterday, so if we are able to kind of regain into this main balance and distribution from yesterday, you will want to look for that poor high to get taken out. On an ETH chart, a full Globex 24-hour daily bar chart, these lows look really flaggy. Looks like a bear flag on the lows. So I think if these overnight lows break down, yesterday's lows and whatnot, it could be a very fast downtrend. But that's not my hypo A. My hypo A or 1 is to get a bounce from some of these extremes. And that's really going to be all about this 2620. If we can, break and hold into there, I think we can rotate back up into these areas, possibly even up here to take out the poor high from yesterday. Hypo 2 would be further rotational behavior inside the overnight distribution and just simply inside this area here. And hypo 3 is the first thing I mentioned, where if we do break down this 2604, I would be looking for continued rapid expansion to the downside. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I haven't thought about that song in a long time. Most of you probably don't even know what that song is. An old country song when I was growing up. All right, did get into a short here. Just playing the continued rotational behavior. And in fact, this would be one of the trades where I would allow it to evolve into something potentially more, into that hypo 3. So I won't just, let's say we do go down to 2604, I won't have limit orders waiting there to flatten out of my core position. It will be more of a wait and see how we react there. Like, what is all this stuff from Vernon? All right, scaling a little here into VWAP. My mentees need to watch ETH and RTH order flow here. A quick rule of thumb here, guys. If you have an immediate answer in terms of directly after what someone said in a chat room, don't use a thread. Just respond immediately afterwards. We only want to use threads when it's something where it could be confusing as to what the conversation is. So if something said something pages up in the thread, use a thread to respond so that it's clear what you're referencing. All right, we will take a little 10 handle scale down here. If we can press a little more. All right, got the scale off. Oops, sorry, I didn't put my markers, guys. All right, so now we arrive at the key inflection area into 04. I think one point I want to make is how difficult was this short I took here? How difficult was it to take? How difficult was it to see? How difficult is it to understand that we're rotational in a range and we fade the upper end of a range when we see what we want to see, where we want to see it? These type of trades are not difficult, but you make it difficult. You stand in your own way of taking the easy trades. VPOC, low of day. Trade facilitation is present. This bounce would be different if we didn't trade as much volume as we did here. If everything was thin down into this low, that would be very different. Auction market theory. Look out. All right, took another scale here. Sorry, I was muted a little bit here. Those of you that have been watching for a while, you probably already know what I'm doing and thinking here. As long as this range holds, I'll continue to hold here. I am not going to reload. In some cases, I might get back into a full position, but I just think in true ES fashion that it's too easy to run some stops up here into 24. So I'm just not interested in reloading and then stopping out of more. So, great 15 handle scale, final scale there. This either holds our reference or we revert to hypo 1 and start to look long against 6420s. But for now, it's hold on. Nothing's changed about the current market condition. Nothing too scary about any type of bullish order flow to really make me scratch out of this. So that's where we're at. That's going to be it for the video. I will update you guys in the chat as this progresses and as I update things. But for now, I'm scaled out and seeing what can happen with a core short. We'll adjust that if we get holds above 20s.
Many people want to be traders. They're passionate about markets, but they don't know how to accomplish the goal of being a successful trader. They don't know the path to achieve that goal. And it's easy to want to be a trader, but that doesn't mean it'll be easy to be one. And there's no easy path to any form of greatness, but there is a path. S&P Futures gives traders a way to move their trading forward, a way to rise above all those who try and fail. Whether you're just starting out or an established veteran, we have a place to plug you into our system and keep keep you moving forward down the right path. Maybe you need to connect with successful traders. Maybe you need training to develop mental toughness or find edge. Maybe you're ready to trade on our team, either remotely or on our New York desk, where you're backed by large amounts of capital, provided with world-class professional technology, where you work with a risk manager that knows you, within a culture of coaching and mentoring, at a firm that takes all the downside risk while encouraging you to become the best version of yourself. For those with the courage to make the journey, S&P Futures is here to move your trading forward.